In this week's blog, I'd like to share how I would function as both a manager and a leader in the emergency department where I currently work. And I apologize if I look away from the screen, but I've worked the past couple nights, so I wrote down what I wanted to say so that I don't lose my train of thought. I also want to share the results of the leadership questionnaire that I completed. The results show that I am strong in both administrative and conceptual skills, but when it came to interpersonal skills, I needed a little bit more work. The skills described in Chapter 7 of the textbook and identified in the questionnaire that I would use to secure needed resources, such as staff, include clear and concise communication, team building, including providing an environment for good morale, flexibility, providing clear expectations, strong confidence, known as being willing to be a good listener, be very approachable, provide praise for my employees, and be known as willing to go to bat for them. And probably one of the most important is a strong ability to understand the specific staffing needs of the unit to ensure that adequate nurse to patient ratio is being upheld, and it's an effort to avoid burnout and increase morale in the unit and reduce turnover. We see a lot of turnover in our emergency department, especially when we work understaffed for long periods of time. I found an article called Transdisciplinary Coordination and Delivery of Care by Scarlett Mueller. She uses the term transdisciplinary care to mean the immediate and coordinated involvement of all essential disciplines required to provide effective care. The care providers, along with the patient, must all work together in a completely collaborative environment to help solve problems. In this coordinated way, the expertise of each caregiver can be provided to the patient with less of the bottlenecks that tend to happen when care is provided by folks with expertise at different levels. She also continues to cite that in today's changing world, failure to trend towards a model of transdisciplinary care will result in overutilization, unnecessary repetition, missed opportunities, and suboptimal outcomes. The point of the article is that patient outcomes will improve if we approach the mindset that all caregivers are part of the same team and that treatment should be completely collaborative between all departments from the start. To be effective, I would require working with all levels of management of the hospital, including the higher management directly involved with the ER, such as the director, as well as the various staff nurses. ER professionals spend quite a bit of time working with other departments, X-ray, floor units, admitting doctors, people who come in for consults. So I think collaboration is very, very important. My preference for a vertical or horizontal structure. A vertical structure is a top-down company with executives at the top making decisions, asking middle management to help implement their decisions, and then have the staff, for example, nurses, follow the directives. The key to a vertical structure success is the strong abilities of the leader at the top as well as quality management. I feel that the ER I work in is a vertical structure. A horizontal structure is different in that executives and staff deal with the patients on a day-to-day basis, and the balance of power is more evenly distributed. The nurses can provide direct feedback in day-to-day operations. While it seems that horizontal companies tend to have better morale since the power is more shared and it is easier to ensure proper teamwork, there's also a greater likelihood that a horizontal structure may provide a better path to transdisciplinary care. I believe I would personally want a vertical structure at this time with a tendency to strive towards a horizontal structure. That's how my hospital and ER is presently structured, and I believe it makes the most sense. There needs to be direction from a strong leader that is driven by competent management to ensure consistent and quality care is provided to the patients that come to the hospital. Nursing is very task oriented, and nurses need to be clear what their goals are. Nurse managers need to have clearly defined objectives to provide the nurses to ensure efficient and effective care. I believe the trend is more towards a horizontal structure in the future of medical care, and I want to be part of that. As I grow within my role and become part of management, I want to be part of that effort towards continuing transdisciplinary care because it really is in the best interest of the patients. Thank you.